Your Honor. On the July the 3rd, I had slipped and fell in the shower and I injured my side. Okay. On July the 7th, my husband stayed with his father and Miss Jones. Okay. My husband, he was helping me because I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything because I was injured. Okay. So I went over there where he was. He told me to come over there where he was so he could help me move around and get around. Okay. So I went over there. I called a Uber from the hospital from there. When I got there into my husband's bedroom where he paid rent at, she saw her husband, Mr. Eric Mangum, in the room to ask me when am I gonna give her some money? And I said I didn't owe her any money. So I guess he went back and told her what I said. So she bust in the room. I was sitting on the sofa. She bust in the room and just started swinging and hit me all in my face. I couldn't even defend myself. My husband when I stood up, my husband got in front of us because she was still swinging. I couldn't even swing or lift my arm because I was sore. I called the police. When the officer came out, she was still fussing and calling me out my name. That's it, Your Honor. I can't hear you.
Jones, I'm going to give you till about 8:34 for you to give your opening statement about what occurred.
Okay, Your Honor, Miss Lyons is right about part of what she's saying. Now, I don't know about the walking and all that stuff because as far as I'm concerned, she was walking just fine up in my house. But what I'm saying to you, Your Honor, listen to me, Your Honor. Miss Lyons had been staying with me for at least 4 or 5 months. She started out giving me $200 worth of food stamp for 2 months. Yeah. And then, listen, Your Honor, I didn't disturb her, so I want you to listen to me. And so, when it got to May, she got a check for $5,000, and she gave me $80. And so that was fine. But I asked my husband when it got July to ask her when she was going to give me something else for laying there. She had been staying there. And if she wasn't staying there, when she took out the one on her husband, did the public defender come here and said she was using our address? So I'm not going there. But all I'm saying to you, Your Honor, all I was asking her for was a little money to help out for her living in my house for 3 or 4 days at a time in a week. That's what I call living with me, Your Honor. Okay, I'm through with that. The main thing, Your Honor, is I haven't seen Tamika Lyons since July the 7th or the 8th when this incident has happened. We're wasting the court time because she don't come here. I don't know where she stay. So it's over. That's all I'm saying. And Your Honor, I want to add that at that time, I'm bipolar, schizophrenic, and manic depressed. I have a doctor paper over here saying that I was partially blind at that time. So I don't know if I hit her or her husband, but I do know I was totally out of order. But the doctor has put me on some medicine now, and I'm doing better. So I'm sorry to Miss Lyons about what I did, but I was out of order, but I'm doing a lot better. So if she can accept my apology and keep staying wherever she's staying, don't step foot on my property, and I don't want to know where she's staying at. That'll just keep me just fine, Judge.
Well, thank you, Ms. Jones.
Can I say something?
Well, you will. Hold tight. So, Ms. Jones, do you have any witness testimony or physical evidence that you emailed that you want me to review?
I have 2, as a matter of fact. I thought I had 1, but one just stepped in from out the woodwork, and she would like to have a little something to say.
Hold on. Before we have woodwork witnesses, did you have any physical evidence that you'd like to produce to the court?
Well, I got some scratches on my arm, so she said she couldn't do nothing. And I have a picture of a black eye, and
Okay, I'm not talking to Ms. Jones. Ms. Lyons, do you have any pictures or any evidence that you'd like to introduce?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any witness testimony that you'd like to introduce?
I do, but my hubs don't have a phone. I'm on my way to the house.
Okay, so he's not there.
Oh, he's right here on the. How he gonna supposed to see that?
He's right here on video.
Is he? Why didn't he log into the event?
No, he can't. He can't.
That's not gonna work. I'm gonna be 100. We're not gonna go on top of video. All right. So let me do this. Let's stop. Ms. Jones, unmute for me. Unmute for me, Ms. Jones. I can't hear you because you're still muted, man.
Can you hear me, Judge?
Ms. Jones, let me ask you these questions.
Okay,
Did you hit Ms. Lyons?
I did.
Okay. And I know you say you suffer under mental illness. I understand that. And I do understand the frustrations of being plagued with that.
Yes,
But you can't go around hitting people,
right.
you know. Ms. Lyons, how do you know Ms. Jones again?
I'm married. I am married. With her.
Y'all are family technically through marriage.
I'm not family with her. No.
You're not family, but somebody else. I mean, you may not be blood family, but did you marry into her, or y'all married into each other's family in some ways, shape, or form?
Yes, she's married to my stepson.
Oh, okay. Your connection's starting to break up. Now, and Ms. Lyons, let me just tell you too, just so you're aware, if I were to issue an arrest warrant, it would be for a UJR. She'd be released. Now, I don't know if you guys desire to interact with each other anymore.
No, we don't.
No, Your Honor.
She told me she wasn't gonna come back over here no more. And guess what? She haven't. And I appreciate her.
I have not been over there, and I'm not gonna go back over there.
Okay.
I think it's wrong because she know what she do. She used her disability to get.
Hold on. I'm very familiar with people with disabilities and all those things. What I'm asking you is it your desires to have her arrested?
Yes.
Okay. And you are aware that even if she's arrested, she will be released.
That's fine. But something need to be done because it's not right for her to just put her hands on people and just hit on people. That's not right because it's the other way around.
Ms. Lyons, you can tell me all this. Listen, stop. Folks, let me tell you something. Right? Doing all that yelling don't help you get your point across. It makes me think that you have a temper issue as well, because you seem to not even be able to hold yourself while we're on a Zoom call. Like, folks, we got to be a little bit more patient and calm, especially when there's not a direct harm immediately against you. Nobody's in a position to strike you, Ms. Lyons, at this moment. You need to be a lot more calmer how we communicate. All right? Same thing with Ms. Jones. Now, Ms. Jones, I know you can hear me, but you can't hit people. You've admitted to hitting her and striking her. I'd be remiss if I did not issue an arrest warrant because obviously you are committing some type of offense that has made someone upset. Hold on, Ms. Jones, you don't need to talk right now. You just need to listen. So that's a concern. I understand that you may suffer from a mental illness, and I understand that that is a troubling thing to deal with, but that does not give you the authority nor the excuse to strike people and assume that you don't have any consequences associated with it. I'm not telling you that you're guilty. Obviously, your admission may or may not be used against you. But ultimately, what I'm going to do, because of your admission, and I understand that you may have some remorse about it, but this is what we're going to do. I have no intent on messing up your life. But I do think that it appears that you guys may not be able to get along. And I have no other authority than to issue what I'm going to issue, but for issuing a